Mr. Brown of Train Manufacturer Inc. is looking for an efficient and sustainable transformer for his new train fleet. It is not only important to him that the transformer is sustainable and efficient, but also durable, recyclable, or reusable. To find the optimal transformer that fulfills all his requirements, he is doing his research and is looking at different suppliers. In the process, Mr. Brown comes across Bächli and their sustainability calculator. He discovers that Bächli offers the possibility to compare their different designs of transformers with the help of the sustainability calculator. The standard design is space-saving and very affordable. The sustainable design offers low losses, attractive prices, and a quiet use. The Smart e-Power design is extremely low toss, has the lowest noise emission, the lowest no-load losses, and is attractively priced, especially when considering total life cycle costs. For his train, Mr. Brown needs a transformer with an output of 50 kilowatts per hour. The train will run 2,000 operating hours per year. As a first option, he chooses the standard design. The sustainability calculator now calculates the CO2 emissions which the transformer generates through its operation. The result shows an emission of 3.54 tons of CO2 per year. The potential electricity costs are also calculated. Mr. Brown will have to pay 962.88 Swiss francs per year in electricity costs. For comparison, Mr. Brown again enters the 50 kilowatts per hour and 2,000 hours of operation into the sustainability calculator and now selects the Smart e-Power design. The much lower CO2 emissions of 0.59 tons per year and the lower electricity costs of 160.48 Swiss francs per year can be explained by the extremely sustainable and efficient construction of the transformer. Mr. Brown now compares the results from the standard design with the ones from the Smart e-Power design. As he always needs 2 transformers per train, he multiplies the results by 2. When comparing the CO2 emission from the standard and Smart e-Power design, Mr. Brown notices that the CO2 emission of the Smart e-Power transformer is only 1/6 the amount of CO2 of the standard transformer. This is also evident when comparing electricity costs. Mr. Brown thinks his train will be in service for about 35 years. Consequently, a standard transformer in its train would generate 2,478 tons of CO2 emissions and electricity costs in the amount of 674,023 Swiss francs over its total lifespan of 35 years. In other words, if Mr. Brown chooses the Smart e-Power transformer, he can save 2,000 tons of CO2 emissions and 562,000 Swiss francs over its total life cycle. This amount of CO2 emission is equivalent to a little more than 3 flights to the moon and back. He is now convinced to choose the Smart e-Power transformer. He contacts Bächli to work with them to develop the optimal Smart e-Power transformer for his train.